Hello everybody. So today I'm going to show you a quick demonstration about how Google Cloud AI can be integrated with the Clearblade platform to train machine learning models and eventually use the trained models provided by the Google AI platform to make predictions on the edges. So let's get started. So I've created this Clearblade portal which allows you to perform basic steps for training a model. So without further ado, let's dive into the working of this portal. So this is the main page which allows you to choose the training data which you want for training the model. So if you click on this, you can see all the available data sets which are stored in the Clearblade collections. So right now I'm going to deal with the Bosch 299 sensor data. So let's click on that and look and see what the data exactly looks like. So it's fetching the data right now. So I have this used data set from a machine in a factory. So these values are recorded by 26 different sensors, and these values are basically the error counts recorded by a sensor on a particular day. So each row corresponds to a day. It also has a few other values like the timestamp of the first error occur, which is the min column, which you can see here, and the timestamp of the last error occur, which is the max column, which you can see over here. So this dataset has around 120 columns. It also has a maintenance required column, which gives information about whether a maintenance was required or not. So zero means a maintenance was not required on this day, and if we go down, we can so one means a maintenance was required on this day. So in machine learning, we only select relevant and important columns. So the next step is feature selection. So we click here to select the important features which we want for training the model. So here you can see these are all the features that are available. So the reason we have here a null values column is to uh, help us select the important features. So as you can see, if you see here, we can see that out of 687 values, almost 684 values are null values. So we can infer that censored average is not a good feature to select. So we can, so maintenance required is the column which we want to predict. So we can click on that. So this features get selected. So we can select the features which we find relevant for training the model. So for time, I've already created a feature collection. So let's go ahead and take a look at how exactly the feature collection looks. So here you can select all the features and then create a new feature collection if you want. But for time, I've already done that. So I'll go here and hit refresh. So this is the data set that I have extracted from the main data set. So this data set has only the counts recorded by the 26 sensors and the maintenance column, which we are going to use for predicting if maintenance is required or not. So these are all the error counts which the sensors have recorded. So this tab allows you to clean the data if you have any untidy or missing values. So this tab allows you to handle the categorical data, but in this case, we don't have any, so we don't have to worry about that. The delete empty rows deletes any empty rows if there are any. So I'll click on that just to make sure if there are any empty rows. So I have cleaned all the data. So the next step is to give this data for training the model. So I'll hit the train model tab. So now we are in the train model tab. So these are the basic parameters which you need to um, enter for training the model. So these are all the Clearblade system specific parameters. So you can choose the URL which you're working right now. So I'm working on staging. So the system key and the system secret gets entered automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. You have to enter the user email ID through which you are logged in into this portal, the password, the system name, which is also extracted automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. The training data set which you have just created, so this also gets entered automatically. So these two are the Google AI related parameters. So these are also auto-generated. So this is where the entire magic takes place. So here, this is the hyperparameter tuning which is used to train the model. So here you provide the column which you want to predict. So I want to predict the maintenance required column, so I'll give that. So these are the default values which you can use, or you can change the values according to your need. So, so I'm going to select a sigmoid activation function for the output layer because I want to predict if a maintenance is required or not. And I'm going to use a loss function as binary cross entropy. So the rest of the parameters, I feel they are okay for now. So I'm going to use a default model which has been already loaded into the Clearbit collections. You can also choose your own models if you want to train with your models. So, so finally, we can just click on train model to train the model. So as we can see here, the data is sent for training. So we can copy this link, click OK, refresh this. You can see your job has been scheduled here for training. You can verify the job name from the training portal as well. So your job name is myjob5717. So if you go here, you can see the same job name. You can click on the view logs to monitor your logs in real time. So we'll click on start streaming logs. So you can see waiting for training program to start. So the program will the Google Cloud platform will start the training process. So depending upon the data and the number of epochs you're using for training the model, it takes around 10 to 15 minutes to train the model. So yeah, this is essentially how the training platform works. Hello everyone. So the model has been trained and has been stored in the Clearblade collection. We can now deploy this trained model to all the edges to make predictions on the edges. So I've created one edge and deployed this collection which has the model architecture to the edge. So we'll jump right into the portal which has been deployed on the edge. So the edge is running this portal locally. So we'll get all the features that were used for training the model. So we'll click on this and we get all these features which were used for training the model. So we can give any values over here and check whether a prediction, whether a maintenance is required for these values or not. So I'll just randomly give any values over here. And I'll hit predict. So data sent for prediction. And I get a predictor value that maintenance was not required. So in this way, we can deploy the train model to all the edges and, uh, and carry out prediction to predict whether a maintenance is required or not. Thank you.